I think it's pretty safe to say that by far, one of the big exciting elements of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker has all to do with the fact that J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio are introducing new aspects to the Star Wars franchise that fans have never seen before on the big screen in the Skywalker Saga film's history. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about this film is that yes, we do know that this movie is going to introduce many different types of Star Wars lore that we, the fans, have never experienced before in any Star Wars film in the form of live action at the very least. And that this movie is really going to deliver when it comes to, of course, fresh and new ideas by J.J. Abrams. Now, apart from all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this movie, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of a sequence based in the third act of the film, where it's explained that both Rey and Kylo Ren are engaging in a lightsaber duel against each other, where it's said that they are going through the fan-favorite locations of the Skywalker Saga. It's described that one of the sequences is said to lead Rey and Kylo Ren to the world of Dagobah, where as this happens, it's described that Rey begins to hear the Force Ghost voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi speaking out to her, where she hears a similar tone of Kenobi how it was used in The Force Awakens. It's said that Kenobi is telling Rey to focus and to remember the ways of the Prime Jedi as she fights Kylo Ren. Additionally, it's described that as Kylo fights Rey in this particular moment, he too begins to hear a voice that is said to be distant whispers of Palpatine telling him the code of the first Sith, that is described to give Kylo Ren more focus during this particular moment. It's said that while the sequence plays out, John Williams composed a theme that was dedicated for both Rey and Kylo Ren and their guidance from multiple Force ghosts and Sith wraiths in the film. Additionally, it's said that apart from Kenobi's ghost voice, old dialogue of Kenobi can be heard in the background from Empire Strikes Back when Luke still had his blue saber at the time. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, what's really exciting about this movie is that yes, we do know that there are going to be a lot of callbacks to the originals and the prequels that will be used in ways to benefit the characters of Rey and Kylo. And by far, one of the best callbacks in this specific moment involves the Force Ghost voice of Obi-Wan, as well as Palpatine's whispers reaching out to Kylo Ren, telling him the code of the first Sith, where Obi-Wan is reminding Rey about the ways of the Prime Jedi. Now, in case you guys did not know, this falls directly in line with what we went over a couple of weeks ago, that Rey travels to the Lost City, she discovers the Prime Jedi Temple, and that is of course a moment in which she experiences the Force ghosts of both Luke and of course Obi-Wan Kenobi at a specific point in time. Now, this particular moment is said to be a flash fight, something that a lot of fans out there have mixed reactions on. I, however, support the idea by Abrams, the fact that the lightsaber duel in the third at the very end of the second act of the film as well are of course going to feature iconic moments of the Skywalker Saga as both Rey and Kylo Ren fight to the death. And this particular and specific moment actually involves the world of Dagobah in the background, that not only involves the Force Ghost voice of Kenobi and of course the Sith Wraith voice of Palpatine, but also actual old dialogue of Kenobi from Empire Strikes Back when he was talking to Luke Skywalker while he still had his iconic blue lightsaber. So what I find so fascinating about this is that this is yet another world that George Lucas was able to handpick and to use in the flash fights for Episode 9 to really make the flash fights, I guess you could say, resonate with fans, since a lot of them are going to have to do with worlds from the originals and the prequels that's going to be used as a way to benefit Rey and Kylo Ren and to really make them evolve as characters, right? And it really makes one wonder exactly what the code of the first Sith really is that Palpatine knows about, that he is actually whispering out to Kylo Ren in order to give him better focus. Now, the biggest question of all, at this point in time, does Kylo Ren even know who Palpatine really is? Does he know that that voice really is Palpatine at that very given point in time? Or is, Kylo Ren completely unaware of exactly who is really reaching out to him, giving him this better focus to fight Rey to the death during their time on Dagobah? Now, like I've always expressed, I really do believe that the flash fights are just mere simulations of these worlds. I don't really think that they're actually on on the world. Like, a great example is in The Force Awakens, where we do see Rey in the corridors of Cloud City. It begins to tumble and crumble down to the ground, where she then sees Luke Skywalker's Jedi Temple burning. Off camera, of course. And I believe that these are just simulations of those specific worlds and moments of the past that both Rey and Kylo Ren go through during their flash fights. And even if they are just simulations, I think it's still very impressive that JJ is essentially giving us an element of time travel, where at the same exact time, it's not like literal time travel like how it was in Back to the Future per se. So anyways guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.